Welcome to Local Matters, the official Laverne podcast. I'm your host, Anne Smith, and today I want to introduce you to Stephan WhiteEagle as part of our Employee Spotlight series. Stephan started working with Laverne in 2023, and you work for the sewer department, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and you've worked with them for how long? Since you started?
Since I started, since September last year.
Okay, awesome. Well, first we're going to get things started with some lightning questions. So, first one, what's your favorite TV show?
Oh, man. It's called Res Dogs. It's on Hulu.
Okay. And what is the best meal that you can cook?
Spaghetti.
Favorite vegetable?
Favorite vegetable probably be, I would have to say corn.
Okay. What is your idea of a very fun activity?
To go to our powwows and dances for our traditional gatherings, I guess you could say.
Okay.
That's what I find my most joy in.
And what is your favorite band or song?
My favorite band would be Linkin Park.
Okay. And something you consider yourself to be very good at?
Encouraging others.
Okay, I love that answer. Okay, so now on to some of the work stuff. What did you do before you joined the city?
I worked for a metal company in downtown Nashville.
Okay, and what brought you to Laverne?
I moved to Laverne back in 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're just looking for something else?
Looking for a house, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to live in Davidson County. I kind of want to live on the outskirts a little bit. And we found Laverne to be pretty nice out here. And everybody said it's a pretty nice little town. And we decided to try to find a house out here, and we did.
What does your department do? What does the sewer department do on a day-to-day basis?
On a day-to-day basis, we go around, we're checking problem manholes to make sure the flow is continually is going good. We're replacing grinder pumps. If people have a grinder tank at their house, they have a grinder pump inside to make sure that the sewage is flowing into the tank and also flowing out to the main lines. And also pressure washing gravity lines to make sure it's got continuous flow, nobody's getting backed up. And just going around making sure that the sewage is going where it's supposed to be going.
That's awesome. So how does that all benefit the citizens of Laverne?
It benefits by people not having sewage backing up into their house, because if you have sewage backing up to your house, it's going to smell. You're going to run into some health problems, and a lot of people, they don't want to smell that. They don't want to see it. They don't want to be around it. So we try to keep it out of sight, out of mind, and keep it flowing to the proper place that it's supposed to go so that everybody can have a clean, friendly, fun environment to live in and be around your house as well.
So it's a pretty big deal for the citizens that you guys are out there every day.
Oh, yes. I would say definitely the sewer department and the water department, most definitely. Because if you run out of water, water is life, so, you need it to shower, clean your clothes, you need it on an everyday basis to drink when it's getting filtered through your filtration system. And in the sewage, as, of course, our human bodies, we have to, get rid of these things in our bodies, so it all has to go somewhere, and right. We definitely don't want to be around it. They don't want to be around it, so we try to do our best to provide a good service to the city of Laverne.
So what has been your favorite part about working for the city so far?
The guys that I work for, it's like a family over there. They try to be helpful towards one another. If you run into a situation, they're always a phone call away. They try to help each other out as best as they can to make sure everybody goes home in a happy, safe way. And also, everybody that I have run into that works for the city, they've always been nice and just very welcoming.
So tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally from Oklahoma, moved to Tennessee probably in my teenage years. We traveled here back and forth because we had some family and friends out here, but then my dad moved us out here. We first moved to Memphis, and we moved up to Nashville. Moved in different places around Nashville, but we originally from Oklahoma because our tribe, I'm from the Cheyenne Arapaho tribe up there. I'm Southern Cheyenne, and I just like to, I guess you could say, continue on with our traditions, on a daily basis, on a yearly basis as well. We go to different powwows, gatherings. We do our ceremonies, our traditional ceremonies, our traditional dances, teaching my son and my nieces and my nephews more about our culture, just being deeply involved in our traditions, trying to keep our Native American spiritual way of life, alive, continue. That's what makes me happy. That's what I like to do the most, work on our traditional things that we use in our tribe. As far as for our ceremonies and for our dances, it could be from making like a dance stick to a shield to just the different things that we wear within our traditional regalia.
So are you 100% Native American or
Half.
are you half? Okay.
Yes. My father, he is full-blooded Cheyenne, and my mother, she's Irish.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
And
cool.
my father, he's the one that kept us going on with this. He was one of our last great medicine men, but we called him a different word in our tribe, but everybody knows him as like a medicine man or a shaman, but he was deeply involved within our traditional spiritual way of life. After he got out of Vietnam, it helped him to cope with the things that he went through in Vietnam. So he dedicated his life to learning, preserving, and practicing our spiritual way of life, and he taught that to me and my sisters so we can continue on for our family.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You guys are so engrossed in making sure that your way of life and your history is preserved.
Oh yes, definitely. It's a love, a passion for us, a day-to-day passion. We love it. No matter what, we never get tired of it.
Yeah.
We never be like, oh, we got to do this again, or it feels like a job or anything like that. We love it to death.
That's awesome. What brought you to working for Laverne? What made you interested in working for the city?
Honestly, I just wanted to, try to help the city that I live in. We're buying a house here in Laverne, so we're obviously going to be here for quite a while. So I thought about, how could I, contribute back to the city that I'm going to live in. And it was, I guess you could say I got into like a fender bender. I got into an accident, and a guy hit me over here on near Strymon by the KFC. And so I had to go to the police station to pick up the report, and I had to go there a couple of times. There was a little issue with getting a report, but I kept seeing on the TV screen that City of Laverne was hiring, City of Laverne hiring. I was like, okay, then maybe I can work for them. It's going to be a lot less of a drive than going into Nashville. You don't have to fight that traffic, especially coming home. And then I thought to myself, like I said, I want to try to contribute back to the city that I live in. I really like Laverne. Obviously, like I said, we're going to be here for quite a while, so I want to make this my home and try to get to know Laverne a little bit better and see what I can do to help better the city if I can.
And that commute doesn't hurt either.
Right, yeah, right.
What's something fun or interesting about yourself that people may not know?
That I like to sing.
You do?
Yes, especially with our Native American songs. There's a wide variety of Native American songs, whether it be ones we can sing in public, ones that we can sing during ceremony that are only for invitation only, either by being only Native American, or if you're non-Native American and we invite you in, we have to sing at these events, and usually the singing, each song can last up anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
And so there's thousands of songs, really. But if you call upon, say you need a song for an honor song, or a song for healing, or a song for appreciation, or just for a regular song that we're at a social event so everybody could dance to. And, we always got that in our mind. We probably have. And not just me, there's other Native Americans out there that in their mind is like a big giant jukebox. There's hundreds of thousands of songs in their head, and you can just pull from one that's suitable for the thing that you need to sing it for. And it's just a passion that I enjoy since, my uncle, he took me to our drum when I was about 5 years old. So ever since 5 years old, I've been learning and singing our Native American indigenous songs.
That's really cool. So do you have any hobbies or sports other than singing that you really enjoy playing or doing?
I enjoy baseball.
Okay.
Playing baseball with my son. A little bit of baseball, a little bit of football, and bike riding.
Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. So, speaking of your son, tell me about your family.
Well, my son, I've been married for 7 years, and altogether we have 4 kids. I have my son, which is my blood son, and then 3 other kids, which I don't really like to call stepkids. You know, I say they're my kids as well. One of them, she is 23. The other one, my son, he's 17, and I have another son who's 17 who both go to Laverne High School. And then I have a younger daughter. She'll be turning 16 this month, actually. And they're Mexica. They're Aztec.
Oh.
So they also practice and do their traditional dances, their traditional ceremonies. My wife, she's deeply involved within her traditional ways as well. She's what they call kind of like a medicine woman, but she's the one that carries around her kind of like an incense. Mm-hmm. I guess you could say like an incense burner, but to them it's more than just incense. She puts medicine in there, and she helps, bless people off, purify them, cleanse them if they need it. And they also practice their dances and their songs and singing and drumming as well. And then they've allowed me to go into their group and learn some of their traditions, some of their ceremonies, and their songs and dances. So I help them with their ceremonies as well, too. And yesterday was the start of their New Year, the Aztec New Year. And then this weekend, actually, we're going to be going to Memphis to meet up with other Aztec groups to help celebrate it all together.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Is there anything else about yourself that you'd like to share? Or?
Well, just like my father, he stood up a lot, not just for our tribe, but for other Native Americans, with help protecting and preserving our traditional way of life, as of protecting burial grounds, protecting different sites that people come across while either digging to better their land, or like if T-Dot's coming through and they're running through something and they find like maybe an old village site or old grave site for Native Americans, we try to go out there and try to help them preserve it the best way without destroying it, without people coming in and taking things that they shouldn't be taking for their own private collection, being, I guess you could say, kind of political with it as well, to help preserve that aspect in our way of life too.
So that's something you're involved in as well.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Because my son here recently, with graduating high school, for us Native Americans, we use eagle feathers a lot. And we're the only ones in the United States that can hold, possess, and use eagle feathers. The United States government gives us eagle permits because it's illegal to have eagle feathers and to kill eagles, which we don't kill them. We get them through a repository that's in Denver, Colorado, actually Commerce City, Colorado. And they house all kinds of eagle feathers, eagles that died from the zoos, or people find on their lands, or that have been hit by cars, or they're trying to help rehabilitate, but they can't, they pass away. So they all go to over there, and we get to put in applications to get eagle feathers sent to us from them, or it's eagle feathers that we had in our family and that's been passed down for generations and generations. My son, he wanted to wear his eagle feather during graduation on his graduation cap, because when you're presenting an eagle feather, that means you've done something in high honor, if you achieved something great within our tribe. So we give you an eagle feather as a gift to show our appreciation, to show that you're worthy of an eagle feather. Because to us, we value eagle feathers like people would value a gold necklace, a diamond ring. People love those things like that, but to us they mean a lot more than just a diamond ring or a gold necklace. They mean, our way of life, because we believe that the eagle, because he flies so high, they carry our prayers to connect us with Mahel, our God. And so the graduation coordinator in the school, we were telling my son that he was not allowed to wear his eagle feather because it didn't go with their graduation attire. So we were emailing the state and the district back and forth, and I went to the board meeting here recently, March 7th, and presented our case to let them know, hey, this is for religious purposes. It would be the same thing as the Muslim girl wearing her hijab, or the Jewish boy wearing his yarmulke. It's the same thing as us Native Americans, the eagle feather. We use that for our religious purposes. And towards the end of the meeting, one of the board members, she's actually married to a Native American that was adopted from the Rosebud Reservation. And so she made a motion for everyone to vote to allow my son to wear the eagle feather, and everybody voted yes. So we don't have to deal with that issue now. Now we're going to try to take it to a state level. Yeah. That way it covers the whole state of Tennessee, because within the state of Tennessee, there's no reservations here. So it's a lot harder for us to have a voice here in Tennessee, because the Native community is not as big as the Muslim community or the Mexican American community or the African American community. You know, we have kind of a small voice, but we're still here, we're still around, and we still want people to know, you know, we still exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just talk to you all day. Unfortunately, we can't. But, well, thank you for joining me so much, Stephan. This has been Local Matters. Until next time, I'm Anne Smith. Thanks for joining us.